stuff. Here, catch this video.
Turn your back. You turn your back to something, and you flip a coin into the water. And you think of a wish. Don't tell anybody about it, okay? Just think of it.
Any wish?
Any wish. One day, sooner or later, it will come true. And one day you will come back to Italy, to Rome. Okay? I did it when I was a little kid, and I keep coming back all the time.
I did it in 1975, and here I am, right here.
1975 is back. What? I want.
They're in the work. Wait, so you have to have your back?
This cool?
What's that? Did he give a
This
break?
was built in the 1700s by Bernini.
Wow.
And what an amazing
Better
find.
do it again, sir.
Yeah,
So you come back in the next 20 years.
yeah, I think we will, yeah. Okay, 10 minutes?
I'll do a full judge. I'll do a full judge when you see it.
Okay, we'll be back. Right behind you, Tim. These guys are down here. I'll get a picture of it. Can you get one of me, too? Can I get a picture of you two, you and your daughter?
We're gonna go down there. Yeah, get a picture of me. Awesome.
The church. Now,
Used to be a Roman
inside,
temple.
you can see the poems of Italian kings that were burned after 1860, after Italian unification. You can go inside, look at it, but do not make noise because it's a church, if people will be praying, you can
Coffee, but I just walked off. I didn't know. Megan, where are you? Where's Megan going? She went.
Pantheon, built in 100 AD with an open ceiling. The dome that all the others copied.
I hate this camera. The shutter surface.
See, the rain comes in. Okay, here we are at the Cafe Tech. We're about to walk up past the Circus Maximus. There's the Tiber River over there to the Pantheon. And right over here is a sign. Poster says no war. Because we're unusual.
Because we're just dumb Americans.
What if
I was like going to the bathroom and all of a sudden the light.
I'm thinking the same thing.
And the bells, just on time. That must mean 2 o'clock. The Tiber River. We're walking up to the Circus Maximus.
They did change it around in Europe. Oh yeah, they did. But their car wheels are on the on the. Not these cars. Not these ones. Yes, they always walk in the car before you get.
This is Vittorio Emanuele, the wedding cake in the distance. That way. There's the Mausoleum de Agosto. It looks just like Nick. The first emperor. Oh, and that might be it too over there. There's the Tiber River. Dueling video! There's the great Circus Maximus in the back of the forum.
What is this?
This is the Circus Maximus, so imagine stands on either side, 200,000 people, and in the center, you see that line? That's the center where that they all went around this oval track. So they came up here, speeding around. They each had 4 horses and a chariot. And great, take pictures here if you got cameras. Okay. Who's got cameras today? Nobody. Okay. I guess I'm gonna do it then.
Yeah. What if I step on pricklies? That's okay. We're gonna be running through the.
Oh, we'll hold your stuff. Oh yeah, don't hurt your feet. I don't know, but
I
okay.
dance around at concerts without shoes on.
Oh, you got calluses. Good.
So just go like this, guys. So you don't even have to.
Are we gonna go over this way?
Just to the tree and back. To the tree.
Yeah. Just go like this. Maybe if this were last stop today.
On your marks.
On your mark.
Get set. Go. That's a cool idea.
There they go.
There we go.
Down the track.
What a great idea, Tim.
All right.
Oh, they're gonna do the whole thing.
I think
oh, they're
go
gonna
the
be
tree
so
and
worn
back.
out.
Then you because is this the finish line? You think? They had to finish right in front of them. Oh, there we lost one. There we lost one rider. Oh, Allie's going strong.
Charlton Heston and
Here
Ben
they go. They're
Hur,
coming back. They lost all the males. They're down to the 4 females.
thus proving women are stronger than men.
Here's the finish line. Here's the finish line right here. 250,000 people are watching you. Go, go, go. Oh, Allie, you're gonna get.
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Ellie is the winner, Megan second, Gina third, and Maria fourth. Amazing. Thus proving that women are stronger than men. All right. You guys are healthy. Woo! That was great. And here comes the man pulling up the rear.
There you go. Here's the emperor.
The emperor couldn't make it.
Only that big? In the movie.
But the stands were, you know, hundreds of feet high.
Ryan, when did you give up?
I
Okay.
didn't turn the corner.
Ellie?
I was telling you guys.
Is your horse
You thought-
in the corner? On the corner?
It's horse. Oh, you just stepped in a big pile of horse.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna fit
God. Keep going. It's the back of the forum.
So is this the palace?
This is the ancient ruins here behind the palace, yeah. So they're still digging, excavating
It's so cool.
the basement of the wealthiest emperors. Now all the marble on the outside was taken away and all that's left are the bricks that the 50,000 Jews and Christians built the inside part.
Who stole all the marble?
Well, all the generations after, the Vandals, the Ostrogoths, the Visigoths, all the barbarians who conquered Rome in 476. They just took everything.
It's really sad.
And we have a group picture from the Temple to Venus over there. That's, well, it's much less crowded today.
This is just the opposite of where side where
We walked up right next to that over there. This is Castor and Pollux, the 3 columns. And then we walked over there. Here's your car, Megan.
I know, my pink bug. Pink's my favorite.
That's a really little one.
That's a coolest car right there. That's better than those smart cars, definitely.
Roman floor. We just walked. Sorry, video. We went like this, and now we're going along here, taking a left. We're gonna go up to Vittorio Emanuele and up to the Pantheon. Yesterday we went here, down the Appian Way, and around that way. Back. That's the shortcut. Oh, the cat. Might be a cat.
Lions.
Et puis un peu plus bas, pas très loin d'une grue qu'on voit beaucoup plus loin, l'arc de triomphe de Titus. L'arc de triomphe de Titus était l'entrée du forum à l'époque. On a perdu quelqu'un? L'arc de triomphe de Titus, vous voyez les 3 colonnes ici, c'est celui qui est en entrée donc. C'est par là
See the Colosseum in the distance? This is the Appian Way that we went up yesterday. The old government restored. It's Michelangelo's pattern there. When you see that pattern from above, it's pretty cool.
But it was $2 more than the one with 27.
SPQR stands for Rome. Forget the Latin. Names of the Roman dead who died in battle for the independence of Italy. Nomi di Romi morti combattendo le battaglie per la indipendenza d'Italia. Okay. Look at that. Look at those statues, cool.
So what's this player?
She knows how to model for you there, Dad.
I think we got a lot of it in there.
Okay.
All right, all right.
But the first time was placed into the temples of Constantine up the Quirinal here, about 5 miles. But it was producing by order of my
I want him to give a thumbs up.
No get it. No get it. Pace. Pace, no get it. Pace. Pace. Keep going. Keep going straight. And that's Vittorio Emanuele. We're heading towards the shopping in the Pantheon. You're the fire engine. Vigilo del fuoco. Scusi. Watch it.
Well, these are big chains.
There's McDonald's. This is the back of the Pantheon. Let's go that way. Sometimes it's nice to see the same place in the day and the night, and you get a little difference. So, do you remember any shops you want to see around here?
I want to look around.
Yeah, go ahead.
Will we say that we'll be back?
Let's go in two groups and yeah.
Where are we going to make this meeting?
Yeah, get the video camera. See, yeah, we got the video camera on. Okay, so we're going, I got the video on, we're going down. You figure out how many euros?
It tells you how many in euros.
Yeah.
And in there.
No, it's okay.
Fun place.
Yeah. See this little family, Italian family, the little boys. See the guitar player over here? I gotta get some good pics. How much were those? Do it.
Genau.
Absolutely local color.
Huh?
Play with it? Play with it? Okay. What do you see on the footage? At least a couple. When you're not filming, just turn it off. Okay, this is the thing.
Oh fuck, what is right here? The no shop.
Everything is like half price there because it's not like a tourist shop.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
from the look at the far left.
Oh yeah, from Roman holiday. Yeah, this is. See, they drove around there, and then this one. See, that's the scene on the Spanish Steps where you just right where you guys were sitting yesterday.
Is that
No, but it, you know, you remember how long it took to walk.
That's all right. A long walk is.
What?
signora mentre sta grazie.
I don't know where it is.
He's down that way.
I just went down there.
Oh, I thought he was. I thought I saw him.
Sì, perfetto.
Let's just all go up together here.
Ik denk ook aan alles. Nee, maar dat is gewoon een kwestie van er zijn dingen.
Ryan, what are you getting? There you go.
The one that me and Nick bought is half the price here, just down the street.
Yeah.
Ci sono anche delle cose che sono importanti, perché se non c'è quello non va a buon fine niente.
How much are they?
168 euro.
160.
This is
What's the
yes,
least expensive one? Yeah, man. Nice
enough
stuff.
clothes, yeah.
Smells like leather too. And then we got ice cream here if you want ice cream.
Yeah, I think here's your sunglasses.
Here, go in here and tell us some prices here. How much are these?
149 for those red ones.
Oh.
49.26.
Okay. A little pricey. 1 block from the Pantheon. Touristy. $80.
What is that number supposed to be?
140. You can hardly see it.
That's probably what they want.
See, there's George Clooney as well.
Oh yeah, George Clooney. Ray-Ban, man.
Police glasses. Oh, can we look in these little
Sure.
shops?
This has got some cute stuff for mom kind of thing. See, look at these tiny little, it's like for writing, it's paper products. Isn't it cute stuff?
What are these?
Is that ink? Yeah, they're special glass pens.
Smells good in here.
Yeah.
Abbastanza. Serve un minimo di profondità, forse sì, questo. Secondo me così, perché ho l'uscio marino, allora lo devo richiudere che non si spacchi.
See that poster up there? We got pictures of us in front of it with the scooter. And this is a church here. I gave a euro to this woman here. This
You open underneath, no? The ring there. Open and bend. Yes. Bend.
What is
Flowers. Sad. This ring goes.
the ring with some flowers?
that's pretty.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful. Belle.
Bello, bello.
Belle.
I think one of those bracelets would be like. Those are really cute.
How much are they?
I don't know.
10 euro.
We'll fall apart before we get back to the US.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna go over to he's just right here. Say, you guys, this is it.
Well, they're like 1 and 2 though.
What did you buy? Oh, here. Megan, you can buy yours.
No, the biggest one also 10 euros.
Yeah, we're getting one.
Really? Yeah. We'll get one on the back. Get one on the back.
I got the police car over there for $5.
Bill,
Little one.
did you see a 59 E-Type Jaguar convertible at all?
Over here, look at here, San Francisco Fire Department.
Because that's my dad's car.
Oh, Bill, do you get the receipt for this? Or this is
Ask
the
him,
road
he
on it?
speaks kind of English, so. I got this little police car for my youngest
Do you
guy.
have the receipt for it so it doesn't look like I'm standing it?
You know how it goes.
I'm gonna. Bravo! Okay.
What is this?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's another ruin. Oh, I know.
Regarde, attends, Jacques.
Does that get audio too? Does it?
Really? Oh, it's probably. Yeah, put him in the wagon. Have to look out for the other smart car. Don't go too close. He was trying to steal. Okay, let's go. Restaurant. What are the prices? 18. About end.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Dad,
Here, let's
ew!
Uh-oh.
Tape.
He lost his footing here, so.
I was like, watch that step.
Look at this now. You should get this for Carrie here.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Megan, would you like something like that?
Yeah?
So, fixed menu. Are you willing to spend 18? We'll pretend it. What is it? It's Prada for 10? Okay. And you got it from this guy right here.
Yes.
Where's Ryan going? We gotta go get him. So we were just shopping here. It's Saturday night in Rome. And over here, the helicopters just went over. There's a Peace March way down here on a big street.
I'd be like, hug him.
Is he alive?
Yep, hug him.
It is! That's a person!
So do something, you can put money in your alley.
Real person, no way.
Here, go.
Give him
Pick
a
one
hug.
of these little ones.
Allie, see, this is how it works, Allie.
Oh boy.
Ah, bravo.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of
You missed.
Por favor, vale.
There, here it again.
We're giving him money and they're not giving money.
Go sideways.
sideways.
No, he's got his own thing.
Well, I saw the other one dance.
Oh no, it gets so annoying.
They have these in San Francisco, all over. We are.
I can never do that. Props to that person.
Grazie, bravo.
Hey,
There's some good t-shirts, guys.
hey, Steve, check this t-shirt out.
Which one?
Which one?
Ooh, look at all of them in here, guys. Oh, let's see.
I'll try that $5. I'm down.
Oh, that's beautiful. The Tiber River, you just walked right down there. Very nice. Who are you going to give that to?
I don't know. I might keep it. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, frame it, get a nice frame. Remember it.
It was 15.
Yeah, that's a good price. It's creative art,
Yeah.
original art. Saturday night. The Trevi Fountain. Pace. Peace. He's got a great pan of the whole thing here.
But now there is a little counter. So there's a person I don't charge.
What's in here?
You can buy a whole thing of it.
Oh, really? How much?
It's 15 euros.
I think we should eat and then get. Eat
Yeah,
dinner.
we should come back here after we get.
There goes the Roman.
Se andiamo così.
Okay,
A wish.
Oh, is this that same
you gotta do a wish? Okay, you can go down easy over here. Here they go. You're gonna make a wish. Now don't tell anybody your secret and it'll come true. Okay. That was great.
I know.
Where's Ryan? Okay, I've got the night shot on.
Grilled steak.
So, grilled steak. Can't see it real bright, but that's what I got too.
It's good.
You've been dying for a steak, huh, Steve?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Roast beef.
Roast the beef.
Oh yeah.
Good. There's calamari over here. I'll put this in the light here. I got beef steak. This is a salad. Look at this: avocados, kiwi, pears, and endive with a lemon on it. You got what?
Little baked lasagna. Le baked lasagna.
Lasagna. And you, signore?
I think it's called spaghetti carbonara.
Spaghetti carbonara. What you
I
get?
got some ravioli.
Molto bene.
And tomato sauce.
Sì.
Yep. Me too.
Ravioli and cheese sauce.
Ah.
Sticking with the good
Formaggia.
old ravioli.
Megan?
Nothing.
Megan! She has a Coke and cigarette. And Meg?
It's not here yet.
Oh, what'd you order?
Medicine.
They're on
There
their
it is.
way.
Thank you.
Is that cereal?
Okay? Let's get cheese.
No, thank you.
No. Cheese.
Yeah.
You guys all know that song?
What's got?
Yeah, unless what side was it?
Another cheese.
Yeah.
Another cheese.
And what do you have?
I got ravioli with 4 cheeses.
Water.
Alright, great.
For you, water.
No. Much grazie.
Water.
Yes.
Grazie. Aqua is water, you guys. Like, you know, like
Some sort of meeting.
like our word
All
aqua.
just sitting there like playing a song, everybody murdering is just hard
Yeah.
patriotical, and we're all and they're playing footage of like the after September 11th stuff, and everybody's all like patriotical. Me and the Rotary kids just looking at each other, it was so scary.
Do a little more for the video. Hey, lady, lady. Famous pyramid. I forget what it is though.
Little castle up here.
And then this is medieval 1200 gate. Maybe it's older though, but it has those turrets on it. What does that say? I wonder. Look at those dishes on the top. Oh, here's something else.
Yeah, we're on the other side of the track.
Circus Maximus. get a. That's the Circus Maximus.
What happened to all this?
You got it from both angles.
Yeah, kind of rough here. This is bouncy. Pompe. 3 hours. Caracalla bath. Okay, Caracalla bath. Thank you. The Caracalla baths are these huge, spa for the Romans. It's in my book, the reconstruction of it. St. John's Cathedral? Okay.
Right here as well. This would be the big peaceful protest.
Oh, this is where it was.
Yes, it was last week. St. John's Cathedral.
It's a huge piece of archway. Shot of that train took. Ambulance. There's the outer walls of Rome. Park.
Just thanking this to you guys. I think you already know about the cultural rules that were built at the time of the Roman Empire. You know, things was like a hub and spoke system.
If you come, or I'll just point this way.
No way. This is the Appian way.
This is the Appian way. We're coming
built
south
about
on it.
2,000 years ago.
By Claudius.
Yeah, by Appius Claudius.
Okay. The southern route out of Rome to Sorrento. Tempo shoes.
Big balls.
First one. Sure is.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty valuable.
Good spacing.
You have to be an emperor, I guess, to be in, join that club.
Anywhere before we get to the hotel?
Oh,
okay.
Roman aqueduct? Oh, that was a good shot. Look at the aqueduct.
John, are we stopping anywhere before we get to the hotel?
Yes. How long will we be there?
What?
How long will we be there?
You have to do Capri before. The island Capri. The island Capri.
Where the
Before we check in.
we go to
Yes. Island Capri.
we go to one.
We go on the island of Capri, right?
Yes.
All right.
We're there.
Look it to the right, you guys. That's pretty.
Archaeological site.
Yeah, that's the largest one, the Appia. So it's called the Appian Way because it goes through this town of Appia. The Roman aqueducts, and then Steve comes into the picture. And here's the modern day aqueduct. It's a racetrack. Yeah, glass sound barrier.
Yeah, I saw that.
Look at all this graffiti over here. trees there, vine grapes. It's a lot like California. See why a lot of them settled in California. Sonoma. Limestone quarry. Or marble maybe. Olive trees. We're getting close to Naples.
Pine trees on the right. This is still the Appian Way. We rode an Appian Way in the very beginning of the journey this morning in Rome.
That's Mount Vesuvius.
Just marching through this trace.
Oh yeah. That's it. See that? When you look down it, you see the old road down the middle. Oh, and there it goes. The Appian Way.
It was about 7 miles.
From Naples?
I think in 15-20 minutes. The lift is going to drop us off at the harbor. We're going to board the hydrofoil, which is going to take us to the Isle of Capri. Okay, something about Naples. Naples is the capital. It's the capital of the region called Campania. The word Naples comes from Greek, from Neapolis, or the Neo City. Neapolis. It was founded during the Roman Empire, but it had a Greek name. This is because 500 BC, 500 BC, there was the Magna Grecia here. The Magna Grecia means the Great Greece that extended from Naples down south to Calabria and Sicily. A million inhabitants. It's an industrialized city. They have aerospace, electronic. They have also the best Southern Italian universities. It's the most developed city in southern Italy. Now, word about Vesuvius. If you'd like to know if it's still an active volcano, yes, it's still active. The last eruption was back in 1944. And the next eruption is expected in the next 10 years. And according to scientists, it's going to be an explosive eruption which will destroy, it seems, part of the city. It's going to be a very big problem because there are about 500,000 people living near the Vesuvius. Starting from the bottom. So can you imagine all the lava and the smoke coming downhill? And there is the roads are narrow, and it's gonna be a lot. We already know that it's gonna be an emergency. A lot of 100,000 people will be killed.
100,000 in 10 years. 100,000 people will be buried alive. Boy.
It's pretty much like in California. They're waiting for the big one.
Yeah. They don't know for sure. Oh, that's interesting.
And tomorrow we're going to go. So we take the overnight ferry to Patras in Greece. So just take with you what you need for the visit, for the sightseeing tour in Capri. Okay. Naples is much worse. It's even worse than Rome.
Driving, it's even worse.
No rules.
No rules
at all.
in Naples. So be careful.
Find U.S. Navy 6th Fleet headquarters.
Oh yeah.
There is an American aircraft carrier permanently stationed here. Not yes, Turkey or in the Red Sea, near the Jordan coast, and the Gulf of Persian Gulf. Also, Naples is known for its culinary traditions. They have what's called pasta humarola. It's kind of tomato sauce pasta, but spaghetti. Say, okay. Benedetto is from around here, so he can say it better than me. Spaghetti da humarola. It sounds like spaghetti da humarola. I cannot say that well. She's from around here. Well, north of here. Oh.
Sophia Loren.
You see Naples? It's right in front of us. This is called Museo of San Martino.
Yeah.
And to the left, you have the Centro Direzionale. It's a new area which was built 10 years ago. And they have all the offices, City Hall and Justice Hall. To Naples are just for giving the city some more color.
Nobody pays attention to anything in the laws here.
Or so the people say that in Naples people stop at green and cross with the bright.
Napoli. Look at
that things have improved a little bit since the Jubilee in Naples. Now since traffic is like pretty much like Rome. But you can imagine during the weekdays, the cows. That's
The cars.
If you look to your right, you might see Porta Capuana, not from here. There's an old castle which was built back in the 1530. Now, to the left, called Porta Garibaldi. And now you see all these people here, they're not Italian, they're Russians. They came here after the fall of the Berlin Wall, and some of them were supposed to go to the United States or Canada, but some decided to settle down here, maybe because of the different weather they have here. They get here that it's different from what they had in back in Russia. And all these people you see, most of them are Russian or Ukrainians. And to the left and distance you can see the train station. Most of the ladies, these Russian ladies, they work in families. They give some support to the elderly. Also, Naples is known for its original Gucci's, Armani's. I mean, they were fake.
Yeah.
You see people, they don't look Italian, do they? Yeah. Most this part of town. As I said, no, they are not the doll. In Italy, you don't have the doll systems in the States. Yes, there is welfare, but it's different. If you get laid off, you receive for about 6 months, but depending on which industry you're working. For example, if you're working for the automotive industry, and then you're laid off for 6 months, you get a check, which is worth about 70% of your last salary. But if you work in other sectors of the industry, when you're laid off, you get nothing. Well, I can say that this. Okay, the construction, you see, they building a new subway line. Just to ease the traffic a little bit. Oh, to the right there was the Church of San Gennaro. San Gennaro is the saint of Naples. Gennaro. This is a typical name for Naples. Typical names of Naples are Antonio, Gennaro. Gennaro, I don't think there is an American version of it. But just Gennaro and Salvatore. Ah, and Ciro. Ciro also, Ciro. Ciro. It was built to defend the city, to defend it from the Arab that wanted to invade southern Italy. You see? Left. You can see Naples. harbor. You have cruise ships coming from all over the world. Here, into the far left, you have the U.S. Navy, harbor. They're not there. No skyscrapers in Rome.
There's tickets for Capri.
I don't know if the guy told you that, but in Rome, buildings cannot be taller than the dome of the Vatican. It's true. The dome of the Vatican is 143 meters high, which is about 500 feet. Yeah. When they built the first mosque with the minaret, the mosque was built on top of the hill, and the problem of the minaret, the original one, it was too tall, and there was an argument over if to cut the minaret short enough or to build two other minarets to have the height would be with the original design. Eventually they built 4 minarets instead of 1. 4 short minarets instead of a high one. Okay.
Mickey Mouse.
I spent 6 hours yesterday looking on the green. I was sleepy.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, he's sleeping.
I used to have a dog like that.
There's another. They had a rough Saturday night.
So, boat ADIA, I will be your guide. Listen, we have a boat leaving 10:35. Your guide. Listen, we have a boat leaving 10:35.
There's some people going down.
So, I wonder how much the hotel bill.
You want to head back?
Yeah, we should probably head. Ready to go, fellas?
One more thing. See the cross of monks there.
$32?
Sí.
33 euros.
Just got the legend of the perfumes of Capri. Hotel Luna right there. Yeah, Sulo's gonna love it.
Make sure you take all the brochures, because sometimes you forget, you know,
Uh-huh.
what you got pictures of.
Well, that place smells nice, doesn't it? Get turned on just going in there.
Well, it wasn't overwhelming either.
Yeah, it's very
Sometimes
subtle.
you go into like Dayton's or something like that, and you go, good.
Yeah, because they're all together, but these complement. Sorrento.
Hello. Yes. Please.
Okay. Uno, due, tre, quattro, cinque, sei, sette, otto, nove, 10. What's 11? 11, 12, 13. 13. Sorrento. Yeah.
Whoa. Don't here. Whoa. Back to Minnesota. Oh, I didn't know for your bay.
There it goes. There you go. Here's the Sorrento night, March 23rd, 2003. U.S. forces are 100 miles from Baghdad. That's Mount Vesuvius. Night shot. Oh, perfect. $10. The Aqua Hotel in Sorrento, Italy. We saw Capri today, and there's no water in the pool. It's a little off season, it's not April yet. And we're going to see Pompe over there tomorrow. There's Mount Vesuvius. We'll look at this in the morning with the light. Here's our hotel room, the Aqua Hotel. I don't know if you can see these stars. There it is in the morning. See.
Stop on the way to Bari. On the way to Bari, we're gonna cross the Apennines one more time. We're gonna climb to up to 5,000 feet. We're gonna see the regions of Campania, where we are now, the region of Basilica, and finally the region of Puglia. So take one last look to your right, to your left. Sorrento. Furnaces in Naples, and Vesuvius. I won't tell you anything about Pompeii because I think the guide is probably better than me. They have more details. Enjoy the view. And talk to you later.
So then maybe one goes in, one of yours goes into the city. 2 goes into the city. Megan, how about you? Okay, the 2 go into the. Oh, you have 5 in the kitty then. No, you've got 6. So there would be 5 in the kitty. 16. Oh, then 1 for everybody.
I have 17, everybody else has 16.
Except for you and me. So now we have, yeah, now we have,
So, leave 1 in the kitty. That means everybody should have 6.
we've had 6.
16 now. Okay, now
We've had 6.
So you're doing double of everything.
Well, Heather, explain how this works.
Wait.
Because it is a little complicated.
Okay. It's like regular hearts, except there's slowly the meter going to cancel out. Say if someone puts down a jack, and 2 people put down both kings that are the same. Kings cancel out, and
The jack takes
it. Unless there's a queen or an ace.
and queens of spades, where there's not any, let's say, but the suit is diamonds, the 7 of diamonds could take it, or a 2 of diamonds could take it. You passed me 3. 6 to the right. Give me 3 more.
Yeah.
You see it to the left, you can see Naples. And right here, the shipyards. They're building, I think, with some overnight ferries that travel between mainland and the Isle of Sardinia.
Yeah, seeing that garage there, they're building a ship.
Everybody knows that you do something. That's so you don't lie, they're done. No! What's that? No!
That was a long time.
Stupid! I didn't eat a
You stupid. No, it's me stupid.
Yes! No!
Just went through 2 big tunnels through that mountain there. Closer to Pompe.
What else is hard? What's this? That's a bunch of noise.
And the 6 will take.
These towns here around the Vesuvius are called the Vesuvian cities because they're very close to the Baltic. And they're the first that will be hit on the next eruption. So you can imagine the lava rolling downhill and then running over the city. These, I think unfortunately will be all destroyed. The next eruption.
In the next 10 years is when it's predicted. A couple 100,000 people are dying.
Look, she's too much. I have one. Hey. It's the ghetto.
Finally, we got through the traffic jam.
No, I did. I just found out. She had it.
Well, then go.
Took a while to get through that
There are
little
6 cards in. Okay. There are
Monday morning
6 cards here.
in Napoli.
Alright, now we can have some cross.
We're coming up on
Benito's going to pick us up in about 3 hours. So take with you what you need for the visit, the archaeological site.
we are. Look at how well preserved this is. See the fresco?
Yeah, can you get closer? Huh? First of all, buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Oh my God. Everybody speaks Italian. Who's the teacher? Who's the teacher? Well, by the jokes, I am Marcello. You can call me Cello. Marcello is a Roman name. It's a long name. So by the time you sing it, I'm gone. So call me Cello. Shorter and easier to say. We are facing Porta Marina, this arch over here. Porta Marina was one of the 8 doors of Pompeii. We are talking of a town of more than 2,000 years ago, surrounded by protective city walls. Porta Marina was named so because it was the closest one to the harbor of Pompeii. At the time, the harbor was only a few hundred yards away. Nowadays time, the land raised a bit up, and the sea is 1.5 miles. Moreover, the sea 2,000 years ago was the fastest and most important way of transportation and commerce. Therefore, that's the main reason why Porta Marina, the sea gate, was the most important. So will be entries through Porta Marina to start our internal sightseeing of Pompeii. Andiamo in Italian means let's go, eh?
Andiamo. Well,
risponderò io per lei, dottor.
there's the entrance. I got extra rolls if you need. How much film do you have? I'll give you a roll. You can't go any Pompeii with one roll of film. At least two.
Deep into the ruins of Pompeii, I should aware you that Pompeii was not born as a Roman town. It's very easy to think that Pompeii was Roman, but Pompeii was not Roman. It became, at the end of its life, a Roman colony only for a couple of centuries. But the first local settlement of the town was simply done by local inhabitants. Local inhabitants were called Oscars. Then, this was the 8th century before Christ. Then they merged together with the Greeks of Naples. Naples was the biggest Greek colony on the continent. So for commercial reasons, they merged together. After this, we even had another population who came into town. They were called Samnite, and they were coming from the inland of the country. So we return to the fact that the sea was the fastest and most important way of transportation and commerce. So from the inland, they came onto Pompeii in order to have a port, in order to have a sea gate, so to expand and develop. Only after that population, the Samnite, we had the arrival of the Romans into town, who transformed Pompeii into a Roman colony dedicated to Venus. Venus was the goddess of love and of beauty. And Pompeii was dedicated to it. Besides this, whatever you see today in Pompeii, it's original of the time, except iron fences. Inscription, most of the inscriptions were done by our archaeologists, and restorations. Restoration were daily done in order to keep in shape this open museum of 66 acres with an estimation of 20,000 living inhabitants. All right? All the materials with whom Pompeii was built with were local materials, who of course were volcanic materials. All right, let's go to the Forum. The Forum was the main square of Pompeii. around the main square. So around the Forum of Pompeii there were all the most important buildings. Now facing the temple of Jupiter, that's in front of you, even the mask between the columns. On the right side, where you see the arches, the market of the food of Pompeii, the main market of the food. This picture behind the colonnade was an incredible place for girls. It was the clothing market of Pompeii. It was the Armani or Versace of the time. Then behind you, this building in bricks was the city hall of Pompeii. That's where all the offices of the government were. And in the corner, what is left of the Palace of Justice of the time. All the big blocks and small blocks that you see around you were adorned with marble or bronze statue dedicated to the master of the time. From distance, Mount Vesuvius, the highest peak on your left. Mount Vesuvius and Mount Somma, the lowest one. Well, with a bit of imagination, try to follow the appendix of the two peaks and try to imagine it a merging point. You can estimate how high was Mount Vesuvius before the big eruption. It was 6,000 feet high. Nowadays time, the crater on your left is only 3,500 feet. All the materials were in between the two peaks. They were exploded in the air, completely. There was a huge explosion. This was the 24th August of 7980. However, the lava or the magma, which is the hot material that usually comes out from a crater during an eruption, never. This is a very important point. Never reached the site of Pompeii. Pompeii was only buried by ash, excuse me, the H, lapils, which is a small piece of hot magma, which is blown up from the crater like a firework, and pumice stone, in a range from 15 up to 25 feet of this material. All the heaven took 2 days. Do you have seen recently Mount St. Helena eruption? More or less the same. Black rain coming down, much stronger at the time. So the people, by seeing that the magma was going somewhere else, they thought to have a chance. So they stayed in town and they waited. But on the top of it, carbon monoxide gas was coming out from the crater, and the wind was blowing into our direction. So let's use a modern word. The cocktail of all those things together, they killed the 65% of the locals. The rest, just because was not here. And then in 2 days, everything was buried by black rain. Minimum 15 up to 25 feet. All the 66 acres of the town. And of course, it was easier to build another town somewhere else instead of building Pompeii. Well, thanks God, otherwise you were not here traveling, I was not here working. Well, that's a personal opinion. Now, the peninsula of Sorrento, which is behind the city wall, also acted as a wall for the gas. That's another main reason of being associated by the gas before being there. Any question?
They were buried then, all packed in with everything. You know what I'm saying? Because did they have to chisel this out, or was it?
It was a kind of soft, but certain parts they were getting harder by the time they were losing wordness. So at the beginning it was hot ash mainly, and then it was becoming harder with the time. So somewhere was easy to dig, somewhere difficult. Right? Was rediscovered in 1744 just by a chance. They were working nearby the river of Pompeii, which is called the Sarno, and they found part of Pompeii. Since that time, they are still digging. So this means about 253 years, more or less, or 54. Well, 1/10 of the town is still underneath, is still under excavation. All right? Andiamo.
He's sat in here. Look at that room. That's cool.
That's why, yeah, that's why it was different.
Look at, you can get Vesuvius right through the arches here. And right up the street. Oh, he keeps walking. We on?
Well, this was the main market of the food shop. Main, I'm saying main because all the food was brought to small shops or big houses of Pompeii was coming from that place, which was very well organized. Shops on all sides, selling all the different kind of items. Every commerce in Pompeii was protected by a divinity, from the smallest to the biggest one. The divinity was like a kind of instrument, because religion in Pompeii was changed. Shop in Pompeii, because whoever you would like to believe for your in the case of the market, was hosted into this room straight in front of us. The blocks in the middle were supporting marble tables, and by organic traces of seafood found nearby, they assumed that this was the seafood section of the market of the food. In the corner,
Is this fresco?
two original plaster casts of original bodies of the time. Well, let's put it in this way. Those gentlemen were dead. Do not pay attention why they were dead or in which position. Their bodies, they were completely covered by hot ash. Every single part, every single point was covered by the black ring. Later on, the ash pietrified, becoming hard like stone, so taking an internal print of the body. So even if the meat or the bones, they became powder with the passing of the years or of the centuries, there was still an internal print done by the stones or by the hot ash. So when the archaeologists were digging Pompeii, always from the top down, checking every inch, every dirt, every spoon of dirt, whenever they were finding part of a body, they were immediately stopping to dig, and they were injecting liquid plaster, so to fill all the emptiness done by the time. when the liquid plaster was solidifying, they were taking out the old petrified stone, so to relieve back a copy of the body of the time. So what we are looking was practically liquid plaster, original bones of the body. You can see the skull, you can see the feet, you can see part of the fingers, and whatever organically was left by the time, including the shape of the dress that they were wearing. You see the belt here? Eh? That's the typical belt worn by slaves in Pompeii. And that's for sure because he's not even wearing sandals. Clear? That was clear? Because it's a little tricky to explain. Now, frescoes. Original frescoes of Pompeii. In the lower part, mythological figures. That's Ulysses. You might have heard about Ulysses, recognizing Penelope, one of his girls. And then on top, items were sold in the market of the food of Pompeii. From your left, seafood and bread. In the middle, wild animals. You can even see a chicken or a rooster in the lower part. And on the right, of course, wine in jars. All items were sold in the market of the food of Pompeii.
Be rough on the wooden cartwheels.
I think this is all original.
Oh yeah, it's all original.
One of the Roman baths of Pompeii. You know that Roman baths were not toilets in Pompeii, but was mainly an entertainment site used for sauna and massage, but also to stay together. They had a lot of those places because wealthy Romans, they never had to show that they were working. Even the main square of Pompeii was having stopping stones. You see the arch down below? See those two stones? Those were called stopping stones because all the area of the main square was a pedestrian area. In Pompeii there were a lot of chariots going around, very noisy. So they dedicated the square as a pedestrian area only. The Roman baths were usually divided in male or female section, and each section in 4 rooms. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant.
The first room was called Apodicarium. Apodicarium means changing room. So guests were usually entering, they were changing themselves, they were putting a fresh linen. They were paying a fee because in order to use the Roman bath, they were paying a fee. They were sitting in this way just to wait and start the Roman bath, the process of the Roman bath. You are facing an original Roman mosaic at your feet. In the holes there were wooden pins for shelves, so to put your clothes. And you can start to see some frames and figures of the time. The door was leading to the last room of the Roman bath, was called Frigidarium. Frigidarium means very cool. That's a small pool where they were refreshing themselves after the soup. If you come right here, I'll show you something. Pay attention in the window. Huh? Put your hand on the light of the window. Like that. There is a place just below the window. That's Poseidon for the Greeks or Neptune for the Romans, protecting that kind of commerce. Whoever best than Neptune. Neptune was the god of the sea, of the waters. The next one.
That's neat.
The Roman bath.
The second room was called Tepidarium. Tepidarium means medium warmness. And this is the room where they were warming up their bodies before going to the hot room. Very nice decoration, I'm sure you have noted. Columns in clay, all handmade, representing the power of the human body in suspending something. In the small cabinets were closed by a wooden door, so to put your clothes in it. Very nice stucco decoration of the ceiling, with full of mythological figures. In the big circle on the right, that's an eagle kidnapping Ganymede. That's an Apollo with wings. A head of Apollo in the small circle, that's a Cupid. How sweet. And then a centaur, a half animal and a half man on his right. Behind the not original fence, the original bronze brazier used as a heating system for the room where charcoal was heated, so to warm up the room. The bronze benches are the original ones of the time. The third room, what's your head? What's your head?
Jacuzzi. Should be fun.
This one has been restored. Anywhere they restore, they don't replicate the scene just in order to advise. So this part has been restored. This is original. Well, this floor, speaking of the floor, this floor is suspended by the first floor by small terracotta pilasters. So there are two floors in this room and two walls. In between the living of the walls and of the floor, they were pulling in the ceiling, because of course there was a lot of humidity inside, and they specifically shaped the ceiling in this way, just in order to don't let the drop of water go on the shoulder of the desk, but on the side. All cool for all these, right there. 5 small windows, all allocated into good position to pick up the sun during the whole excursion of the day. They did it just in order to not have a large window and lose warmness. Whenever people was collapsing because of the hotness, they were going to the fountain to refresh themselves. There was running water coming out from the fountain. It's a single block of marble brought from Africa, and the inscription is telling us who was the person to give it as a present to the Pompeians. First of all, this gentleman wanted to show off, and he paid more than 3,600 sesterzi. The sesterzo was the bronze coin of Pompeii. Now, to give you a quick example, with that amount of money at the local bar of Pompeii, they were buying about 11,000 glasses of medium wine. However, this gentleman was a politician of the time, who wanted to advertise himself, of course, to get what back. Will never change. Very nice. Andiamo. Was partially full, because one important thing in the architecture of Pompeii is that Romans invented the arch. Before the arrival of the Romans, everything was flat. The roofs were flat. So very few buildings are done with arches who can strongly sustain something. All the flat roofs collapsed. So this is one of the few who was not fully filled up.
Wow, that was cool. Get some.
We can sort out many things. First of all, that Pompeii was built with main and side streets. Then that in Pompeii there was no sewer or sewage system. So whenever it was raining, all the water was going into the streets, including grey waters from the houses and excluding toilets. For toilets they had black holes that whenever they were filled up, there were laborers from the inland, there were farm villas outside of Pompeii who were coming in Pompeii, who were cleaning those holes and using it as the best fertilizer for the land.
Oh, very good.
Then whenever it was raining in the streets, the water was going on all over. So they had stepping stones to go from one side of the wall to another one without getting it. There you go. And in between the stones, I'm sure you have noted that there are a lot of roots. But those roots were done by the wheels of the chariot, who were going through the stone, so warning out good part of the puzzle. Also, the axes between the wheels were all of the same size. And the stones, of course, were all of the same size, just to go through. Maybe they were even too bad to flow through the traffic at the time. Andiamo. were house shops. House shops were used as a shop in the lower part, and they had their place for living upstairs. In a very clever way, the wealthy owners of the villas behind the shops were dividing the border of the house in so many boxes and renting it to the medium lower class of Pompeians, who they had their shop in the lower part and their place for living upstairs. Of the Faun house, Casa del Fauno.
Oh, that's Casa del
Fauno. The small man is a kind of half divinity who is initiating sex to young people.
Satyr?
Yeah,
Satyr.
a satyr.
Okay.
One of the public fountains of Pompeii. Seems strange, but in Pompeii they had running water. The system used in order to have running water in town was very, very simple. Along the protective city walls of the town, they had watching towers to see the enemies from distance. In the watching towers, cisterns in a higher position, comparing to the ground level of the town, who were filled by a Roman aqueduct. From those cisterns, a system of lead pipes who was leading water, public fountain, and rich houses of Pompeii, simply by using the law of gravity. The testimoniances of it is the warding out done by the hands of the people who was coming here to drink, right-handed people on that side, and left-handed people on the other side. That's not original of the time. Let's have a look to this house, please. That's a very good question, but we are still disputing on it. Because some experts, they say, yes, lead is poisoning water. But some others, they'll come up and say, yes, lead is poisoning water. But after that water goes through a lead pipe for 3-4 days, there is the natural formation of an oxidant coat. So the water goes through and it doesn't get poisoned. So they are still fighting between them. So my answer is, I don't know. Okay? Let's have a look.
Cistern for a while.
They would have had a roof across here and then the water drain.
Tile
a hole.
and roof.
Yeah.
A typical wealthy Pompeian house was always developed on one line. The main entrance, the atrium, which was the main room of the house, surrounded by the winter rooms of the house, like a living room, a studio, several bedrooms, a slave section of the house, which was always including a part of the kitchen. In the middle of the main room, the atrium, that's a collector of rain water, was included. There was a roof, of course, on top, which was a reflection made of tiles and wood, with the same open space in the middle. So whenever it was raining from the top, the water was linking into this lower part and then into a cistern that was underneath the atrium. So whenever needed, because not always running water was sufficient for the needs of such big house, they were pulling up the water from down below over here. Always online, the most important room of the house, the tablinium. The tablinium was the master room, the room of the owner of the house. A very nice mosaic floor, very nice frescoes, representing scene of hunting on the river of the Nile in Egypt. They named the house of the hunters because of the frescoes in the tablinium and because of the frescoes in the garden of the house. Well, beside what is represented from those frescoes, we have to note a very, very important thing, which is that for the first time in the history of art, we start to have depth, movement, and perspective. If you had the chance to see Greeks or Egyptian frescoes, they only display facial or plastic position. Within the Roman age, we start to have depth, movement, and perspective. And this was one of the most important steps done by the history of art in frescoes. And the finding of over 17,000 frescoes, of course, helped a lot the study of this development. Now, have a look by yourself at the summer section of the house, which was usually consisting of a colonnade garden, a multi-purpose room, a huge section on the wall, including let's use another model, a jacuzzi of the time, a pool painted in blue, just in order to have more.
Yeah. Thank you, Porter. Mm-hmm.
The original.
Yeah. All the tiles were preserved. Battery number 2. How are you doing?
I've got plenty of battery.
In a certain age, because after a certain age, just before being there, and when they were a Roman colony, they became so powerful that they didn't need any more protection. So they started to build even outside of Pompeii. For example, one of the most beautiful villas of the past is the villa of Pompeii. Pompeii was the lover of Nerone, the Roman emperor who fired up Rome.
Right.
And it's very close, but it's a villa in the middle of the country. But it was a later.
Was Herculaneum a wealthy person's villa?
Herculaneum was a resort area. It was overlooking the sea. The difference between Pompeii and Ercolano is that Pompeii was a commercial town, a strong, lively commercial town. Ercolano was really on the sea, and it was a resort area, a nice, small place with wealthy villas, and the preservation, because Pompeii not. So, two main differences.
Right.
So first see Pompeii, second time Ercolano. You're next.
I've seen the copy over in Malibu, so.
Oh, I didn't see. Look at this room. Echo.
one of the bakery of Pompeii. You can see the oven on your left side. It's a single dome oven. Means that there is no exhaust system. This was done on purpose, just in order to get as much heat as possible by the fire. And the same system is used today for the pizza oven. Right? But at the time there was no pizza. Right? Even tomatoes were not here yet. But nowadays time, single dome oven and wood for real good pizza. Right? On the right side, several mills were used to ground the product. They were mainly consisting of two hard pieces of volcanic stone. The lower part was conical, the upper part biconical. The upper part was turned around by having a wooden heads in the holes, and the slave was going around. The friction between the two was grounding, mulling the product. The reason of having so many mills is because each product was needing a certain thickness, so each mill was regulated in order to have a certain thickness. So maybe for a couple of them, with a couple of them they were making flour, with the others, other kind of products. Andiamo?
Didn't get a nap this time. It was too short. Sorry. Too short.
So this is like the cooking area? This is the bakery. This is where they cook the food. There's the oven over there.
Do you realize that in a lot of respects these people live a lot better than you?
Yeah, I do. That's a good point. Especially that hot tub steam room.
Yeah, I know.
It's really famous.
Well, a wine bar of the time, all different jars for all different kind of wines. The wine of the time was quite strong, so they had to mix it with honey, water, and fruit sugar, because sugar was not here yet. And sometimes the last part of the counter was having an open hole with charcoal underneath. And they were warming up a bronze pot with red wine, cannella, cinnamon, and other species, like a kind of vin brûlée, to take it as a Bloody Mary in the morning. Together with the wine, they were serving small pieces of bread with a fish pâté on top, just to let you drink more, salty as chips and peanuts of today. Andiamo.
The bakery. The wine. Yeah. Pull it up. See the wagon ruts. See those wagon ruts?
Oh, yeah.
Here's another cistern in the middle of a house. Oh, this is the hedonistic tavern. I gotta take a look in here.
So I always say it means a brothel.
Yeah, maybe.
That's my theory.
I know there's one here, and I've seen pictures of it.
What's in there?
Very pretty.
This is the
something
brothel,
or other.
Ryan.
We're thinking this is the brothel. just
I know
based on
there's
what
one
it says
here.
outside.
The hedonistic. Well, there's supposedly frescoes on the wall here that are pretty sexy, I guess. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were waiting for me. Just let me know.
Somebody brought it to me. You were saying that. That's why I took a picture.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Oh, it's
Down here. So the bar is by the...
She will understand when she, I mean, this place, this building,
You guys all know where
floor
brothel is?
building,
Yep.
we can only see
Thank
the
you,
ground
Robert.
floor. You will enter from this door, you get out from the other door. Inside, 5 small bedrooms. Pay attention on top of the doors of the small bedrooms. Frescoes that are displaying how can I say? The kind of services required by the guests. Okay?
No
So,
pictures.
whenever will be your time, keep your right, have a look to it, and no comment. Huh?
There's the taverna over there.
The rest, he'll meet the other students on the corner then. It's pretty famous here at Pompe. They were much more frank about lessons. The facts of life and death. You can buy postcards. There's these fountains and left in the town. Guy is weighing his private parts on a scale, and it's like this
You know, up there is like ceramic.
Did you say we can go upstairs?
No, we don't get to go upstairs.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well see this one, same thing, only it goes.
Oh.
You better take some pictures there. Take a picture from Brienne. We'll be like, this looks like your house 10 years ago, 100 years ago. How do you know this is about 10 years ago?
Oh, this one's looks a little rough.
If only the walls could talk.
Thank God the walls
Thank God the walls can't talk.
Oh, there's one I was talking about right there. No, look at that one.
Oh, look, they carved their name when they leave. They carved their name when they leave.
That's gross. More than 2 people there.
Is that a job?
That's what, no, wait.
Hey girls, just make a face. All right, I can't see Maria. Maria. Okay, okay, got it. Here we are, coming out of the brothel. He's way up here, you guys.
Wait till the 8th graders can come through there.
Oh,